Hey guys, I wanted to go over some of the different types of fuels in Illuvium Zero that will be sold into Illuvium Overworld and what the different fuels will be for. So we'll see if like the fuels are gonna be worth more depending on the type of fuel it is. So let's break down what the three different fuels are. So first we have Krypton, we have Hyperion, and we have Solon. So Krypton is going to be used for the power of obelisks. And obelisks are the things that you'll be able to use to travel to different areas. Or obelisks, I think, are the different areas, but you'll be able to travel with Krypton. That's pretty much what you need to know. So traveling with Krypton so that you can catch alluvials. The next one we have is Hyperion, and Hyperion is gonna allow you to cure shards in the overworld. Shards with a tier 1 to 5 will require Hyperion to be cured, but they are worth it because the capture rate of alluvials will increase with higher tier shards. So it's basically going to give you better opportunities to catch better alluvials with Hyperion. And Solon is fuel that we can use to forge and upgrade equipment. So Krypton is travel, Hyperion is shards, so catching alluviums, and Solon is equipment. So that's kind of interesting. Fuel for progression. When fuel is sent to the main game, the player will be able to use it for teleportation, curing shards, and equipment forging. Basically, fuel is required whenever a player wants to progress in the game. That alone, just that last part right there, like fuel is required whenever a player wants to progress in the game. It kind of sounds, I know they say play to earn, but I think that's just like a fun way of saying play to win. So I'm not really sure the direction of that because I don't see any huge game without them making like the most fun part free, I feel like. But to advance like a lot further in the game, I feel like it should be there should be like they're kind of like putting in paywalls kind of to progress. There should be like certain like incentives for people to keep playing without having to pay money. In my opinion, that's just what I think. I think they say play to earn, but I think that's just like a nicer way of them saying pay to win. So whether it is to obtain stronger alluvials, curing shards to catch them, or to make stronger equipment to guarantee a successful battle, all in-game purchases for progression will be to get fuel, and this fuel is generated on Illuvium land. So in-game revenue, if you're a landowner, basically all of the revenue for selling fuel is only going to be 5% of in-game revenue. So all the revenue, 5% of that is going to go to the Illuvium land fuel sellers. I think that could be a pretty decent amount of money. I heard, or from what I was researching, is that it's going to be around something like a tier 1 would be something like $10 a month, I think, is what you could generate max out, $10 to $20 or something like that. So you're not looking at like crazy money. You're looking at profitability similar to something like a business where you could become like, if you're buying a tier 1 land plot for $600 $700, you might not see profitability for maybe like, depending on how it plays out, like at least over a year to like maybe 3 years. We'll see how it plays out just because it's not out yet, but I think it'd be interesting to think. But so if you have, let's go back into the fuel types. So we have Krypton for traveling, Hyperion for shards. So let's look at Hyperion. It's a fuel type that is used to cure shards in the overworld. So essentially, you're going to need Krypton to travel so that you can get shards. And you're going to need shards to catch alluvials. And then Solon is going to be to forge and upgrade. So that's interesting. I think the forge, I could be wrong, but forge I think you need that when you use Krypton to go to an overworld, travel to a different obelisk. You need Solon, like you need Solon to be able to forge anything or like pick anything up and then bring it back, and then you would use Hyperion shards, and it's kind of like intermingled. So like you don't necessarily need one more than the other, but we'll see how it plays out. You might need one more than the other, and that might increase the different types of the prices on different things. But besides that, if guys want to go to this website, it's just Illuvium's website, illuvium.fandom. I hope you guys got some information out of this because I didn't know about the different fuel types and what they were going to be used for in the overworld. So let me know your guys' thoughts.